Wow. I noticed no snippy comment about this Supreme Court this time.
Yeah, I've ran out of snippy comments.
Honestly, just drop the address of one of the Supreme Court people in the title.
Yeah, let's just start doxing
Oh
him.
my god, did you actually hear before we do the intro, did you hear about like two of like the credit cards information for the Supreme Court justices got leaked on TikTok? They're like whether if it's my body your choice, then it's your card our choice.
Sure.
And then just leaked it. It was really funny. For legal reasons, I don't support it.
No, yeah, I don't agree with it, but it is.
But it was funny.
I also can't be like, oh, so there's problem with those Supreme Court judges. Oh no, they have to call their bank and be like, help, this is my credit card.
Honestly, I just think it's really funny because I guess somebody changed Clarence Thomas's address on Google Maps to Women's Rights Cemetery.
That's good. That one's good.
That one's funny. I'll give it that. But alright. Hi, we're playing Jedi Fallen Order.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Here, I'll start.
Star Wars Jedi.
Hi, we're playing Fuck. Hi, we're playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes. So last time we went back to Dathomir in order to get the key to open the Holocron, but in the process we fought Terran Malicos, I believe his name is, or the Wanderer, and we took him out because he was trying to do bad things.
Why'd you vibrate?
But then we ended up going to Bogano in order to open up the Holocron vault, but in the process the second sister managed to show up and cause us some issues. So we are now chasing after him.
Bogano is still a bit dangerous. Now I know you've dealt with worse, but be careful.
But yeah, so now our goal is to try to get the Holocron back. We unlocked a new location. We dripped ourselves out yesterday. I don't know if you want to make any last minute changes.
Yep.
Okay.
I've decided against the red. I want to go to a black base.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can fit my theme better.
Okay.
Okay, there's like a black poncho I could use. There we go.
Ooh. You gotta go all dark and broody.
I do.
Or when we take them out. Be careful, this mission is gonna be dangerous. We gotta hype it up.
Alright.
Gonna be spooky.
We may not make it out alive.
Yeah. Everyone might just die.
Nor.
After all, Jedi Fallen Survivor is about a totally different character.
Wasn't it just Survivor? Jedi Survivor?
Jedi Star Wars
Just
Jedi
a droid.
Survivor.
You said Jedi Fallen
He
Survivor.
serves you?
Oh. Whoops.
BD-1 is part of the crew, but I've come across many who think less of droids.
Ooh.
Even more since the Empire. Not too different from the Wookiees on Kashyyyk. Anyone who isn't humanoid enough is a target for them.
I thought the Jedi were their targets.
One of many, but it's all connected.
I do not understand your words.
He says he's glad we're in this together.
Oh.
I did not know you spoke his language.
I don't. I just...
I see. I am glad to be the one.
Sit down, kid. It's time to land.
Beanie!
He's wonderful.
Well, I unironically want to get into robotics exclusively to figure out what the fuck to make a real life beat.
The Fortress Inquisitorius. Oh, look at all those Star Destroyers.
This isn't good. With the defenses they got, our usual tricks just aren't gonna cut it.
I can help.
What are you thinking?
A ritual. It will hide the ship. I hope.
A ritual.
She has a knack for this kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Now, what is this gonna require?
A sacrifice. One of your arms will do nicely.
Wait, what?
Don't be so serious.
She's great. I told you he's top. He's honestly
every time I
top
look at
one.
that damn droid, I just want to hold it.
Sisters, mother, lend me your strength. Sisters, mother, lend me your strength.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
What do you think the odds are?
My money's on you, kid.
No gambling.
Trick question, your money
Let's
should
go,
be
buddy.
on nobody, Grease.
Once we're inside, I'll engage their defense level, and then sabotage their sensors so the Mantis can extract us. You find the Holocron.
Shouldn't we stick together?
I feel the pull. The lives of every child on that list are at stake. Whatever happens in there and whatever you see, don't worry about me. Just get it and get out.
Close in on the fortress.
It's time.
Oh, I don't like how she phrased that.
What? What'd you say?
She says, whatever happens, whatever you see, just focus, don't focus on me, just get out.
Dangerous mission.
Oh, he's expanding the thing. That's how I feel when I go down on the lane. I just help you.
Yeah.
Oh, this reminds me, I never watched the season trailer for Bad Batch Season 2.
Oh, we can do that at some point.
We could probably do it after this stream.
Sure.
Well, thank goodness Piggy's waterproof.
Yes, yes.
We need a Piggy so bad.
Yes.
A Jedi's resolve. Cal helped Seer come to terms with her violent past and let go. Armed with Trilla's lightsaber, she used it to knight Cal. Together as Jedi, they ventured to the evil depths of the Fortress Inquisitorius to retrieve the Holocron and complete their quest.
Fortress Inquisitorius was also a lore bit.
Fortress Inquisitorius! A heavily armed underwater fortress concealed within the Black Seas on the shadowy world of Nur. The stronghold serves as the central seat of the Imperial Inquisitor program, the Emperor's ruthless crusade to eradicate the Jedi Order from every corner of the galaxy. To maintain a public perception of peace and security, the existence of the fortress is intentionally hidden from the Empire at large, although rumors swirl of a dark site where Force users go to die, or worse. Gee whiz, hope that doesn't happen to me!
But yeah, so you see why I was so insistent BDB S tier when we did our droid tier list.
Yes.
Because I know I've been saying top 3 droids.
I think S tier is underselling him.
Do you think he's top 1 droid?
I think he's top 1 droid. I fucking love this little guy.
You know, it's a hard choice between him and R2.
R2's like the OG, but BD just like is so real.
So yeah, those I always struggle with the. I'd say those are basically tied for first. I don't know if I count. I don't know what I'd pick as the third one though.
Ooh, tie between Gonk and Mouse.
Has either that or BB-8s also.
Oh, BB-8 is so fucking.
It might be BB-8 and then Gonk and Mouse are 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
Is probably what I'd say.
C-3PO is not there.
Nah, he's like top 20 at best. I love how we just love shitting on C-3PO.
To be fair.
What? Intruder!
No,
The
you're...
alarm.
No, not the alarm.
Someone else take him. You won't stop me. Just need one clean hit.
One clean... I don't know about that one, buddy.
Cal, you there?
Yeah. Good to hear your voice, Seer.
I've located the holocron. Sending you the location now.
Got it. We're on the move.
Oh, you're fucking me.
What? It's a big underwater base.
Yeah, fair. It's just fucking big.
And also isn't... Yeah,
Ready to move on?
Because we saw this
Think
in
you can handle this, Speedy?
Kenobi.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Identified.
Pranked! Pranked! Yeah, Obi-Wan snuck onto this too.
We're totally out of close quarter stormtroopers. Got him.
Woo! Got him.
Woohoo! Anyway.
You can't defeat the Empire.
Watch me.
Incoming!
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We'll take you down.
Bye-bye.
Quick, get it! Someone else get in here. You can't beat us all.
Watch me.
The Jedi's injured.
You got that combo.
Don't beat us.
Not what I want to do. No.
You are weak.
Your mother's weak in the bedroom.
Forfeit. I won't bow to you. Jedi.
You got any comebacks for those?
Oh, sorry. I told you the target's too far, and I was about to be like, your mama too far.
We'll take you down.
Fucking got him.
Hit him.
I like how he missed one attack and it's like, I can't hit him!
That's how I feel, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be the same way if I was a stormtrooper.
Yes, yes.
Oh, there's no chest
I
here.
think we've got him. I think he's
What do
scared.
you think the Empire's just hiding a bunch of outfits in the giant underwater base? Hmm.
Honestly, this look kind of serves. Hey! Hey, hey! Come here! Come here, big boy!
Gucci Gucci Goo. You can pull him.
What the fuck happened there?
Yes.
Intruder, seal the blast door.
Oh. They sealed the blast door.
What? Whoa.
Invading forces disclosed.
Alright. Hit him already.
Integrity compromised.
Kill them all.
Lightsaber. Rip Bozo.
Seer,
Bye.
I've cleared out this area, but the Empire sealed me in. Any ideas?
Cal, look for a control room. I've got a plan.
I think I'm standing in one.
Control room. Section wings of the fortress are designed for maximum security and stability in extreme undersea conditions. A complex system of partitions provides the ability to flood an entire wing of specific sector in response to any escape attempt by a high-value detainee. Structurally reinforced shielding is able to withstand an external breach of change of pressure at any depth. Damn.
This needs power.
Where the fuck did it go? Where the fuck did it go?
They thought this would stop us. It's only mildly stopping us. Ha, idiots, you've just minorly inconvenienced me at worst. Plunk! There we go.
Whoa, see that, BD? Well, that did something. Let's check it out.
Ah,
I've disabled the shields on the outer sections of the fortress. Flood the base and swim to the central keep.
It's a hell of a plan.
We'll meet up inside. Good luck.
Got it. Let's go, BD. That section looks pretty weak.
darn fire.
Can I go down? Can I press B? So I can go down.
Ready for a swim, BD? Hang on.
Boop boop to you too. This is in Resident Evil? I know, right? How dare it not be Resident Evil? Which is why tomorrow's stream will be playing,
0.
I couldn't think of a good gag. We'll be playing Resident Evil...
1 again. But the original.
We're just not playing Resident Evil ever again because Wesker died. Yeah, she can't cope with it. She's been struggling for weeks over it.
I have. Where the fuck? I need a hole to go through. Please let me go through a hole. I just realized there's a hole.
Over here.
Over here.
So yeah, what do you think of this planet?
Water.
Its connection. I did think it was cool that they showed this place in Kenobi. It is a very cool, unique kind of building.
I think my rating on this place is 7.8 out of 10.
Is there too much water?
And au contraire, not enough. Oh, he vibing.
Yeah, you just... Oh, scan!
I'm coming.
Got something, buddy?
Submerged section. Analysis of these pipes indicate that pressure buildup from an open airlock caused them to rupture. This breach could only have occurred if the shield system was compromised, rendering it unable to protect the fortress from hydrostatic pressure. Data suggests the fortress may be vulnerable to flooding if airlocks are open while its shield system is disabled.
It's okay. If Rain, my new fictional character Manu Sucks, died, I would stop investing my time in his show. Yeah, I would be ashamed if Roman Reigns died as well.
You say it like he's about to die in his show.
How else are they gonna get the titles off him? Just kill him live on television. Or they blow him up in a limo like they did with Vince.
But then the whole Chris Benoit scenario.
Yeah, so we never even got the whole story. Because Chris just had to kill his wife and child. Roman. Destroyed. Is he a snitch one or is he an okay one?
Let me see.
It seems okay. You're talking about Ray Gun? No, I think you're thinking of Paul Heyman.
Your mama, Paul Heyman.
Really?
I wish she was.
Doesn't everyone?
If Paul Heyman was your mom, then I'd be your new stepdad.
Wait, what? we don't need to do porn fantasies for real.
Get closer.
What do you think that was? Located a hostile. On my way.
As in Ray Gun, because Reagan is pronounced like Rick. What? This is confusing. I'm scared.
Shoot me again!
What is this from?
Reagan from Mom Psycho.
Bullseye.
Oh, okay.
Why are you doing that?
I hear that's a good show.
I think it was a good show, yeah.
But, anime is my worst nightmare.
I would never
Yeah, I would never.
watch an anime. Why? Because I don't think they exist.
Got him. You're scared. I'm
It's
sure
like
my
the dojo
fictional
at the
man with
Jedi
you and you're
temple.
scared. I'm always scared. It's an anxiety disorder. Oh.
Corrupted.
You never stand in the same room as Grunkle Stan. I don't know who that is. So what?
Grunkle stand from Gravity Falls.
Oh, okay.
Better catch up.
Where are we go? Where are we go? Oh, wait. Look at him go! It's like a little chicken.
Me, PD.
Why do you not know fictional conmen?
Job
I
done.
don't know every random fictional character in existence.
No, I do see buddy. Hold on.
Oh, he probably got distracted because of the guards. Your mother will perish. Eventually. That's how, you know, every human
Fuck
is
you, dipshit!
mortal lifespan.
Gummy! Gummy!
Gucci, Gucci, go. Gravity Falls is literally a cult classic. I don't. I don't know if it's quite call it that. And I don't. It's a cult classic, meaning not a lot of people have seen it. It's usually what that refers to.
Imperial Dojo. The deadly training room of the Inquisitors, where Inquisitors and Purge Troopers have honed their legal... The deadly training room of the Inquisitors, where Inquisitors and Purge Troopers hone their lethal skills.
I think you said the first thing wrong again.
The deadly training room of the Inquisitorious... Fuck! Where Inquisitors and Purge Troopers hone their lethal skills. Through a merciless indoctrination of combat and strength, the sinister... and silence. The sinister agents of the Empire prepare for their sworn mission. The fear-based, dark, and abusive nature of this training is diametrically opposed to that of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
How there's a cult classic when everyone and their dad taught? Yeah, but has everyone and their dad seen it? I mean, I've never seen it. Nice? I mean, I guess cult classics. Okay, they tend to just have very dedicated fan bases. They, on average, tend to be, you know, well, like in the sense like The Room is a cult classic, but how many people have actually seen The Room? Yeah, so it's, you know, they tend to just have a small dedicated following. I mean, there definitely are bigger cult classics, but nobody calls Star Wars a cult classic, even though I guess, yeah, there's a huge cult by it, but that's because it's like everyone knows Star Wars. I don't know. And everyone has seen Star Wars. Okay, that's not, obviously that's not true, but a lot, you know. No! Not the astromech! You finally accidentally killed an astromech.
Dude, that fucking sucked. I hated that.
Yeah, I had that happen to me too. I had to respawn it. You're saying this like Gravity Falls does have a dedicated fan base despite not getting any new episodes. No, it definitely it probably does. I'm just not familiar with the community. I feel like I honestly feel like it's just too recent to be considered a cult classic. More so.
I usually consider cult classics like at least 20 years ago.
Yeah, they tend to be, you know, older films, or, you know, good, at least.
Like, I definitely. Where the fuck am I? Okay, hold on.
I actually don't think you're that. You just need a little bit more fight.
Closer.
Anything to regain the love of my.
The one astromech that might actually be an evil astromech.
Yeah, as if I fucking cared. It's an astromech.
Fair enough. Where do general astromechs fall on the?
It's like the dojo at the Jedi Temple.
On the scale.
Wrong.
Good.
On the you know, if we got like top 5, we've already determined where do astromechs go in that.
For you, right?
Wait, what?
We have the top 5. Where do astromechs fall?
That's how you
Top
do
10.
Is it like 9 out of 10 or is it like 6 out of 10 though? It's very different.
Probably like in the middle of it.
It is pretty fun doing that. I like how you can tell they like try.
Let's take a look.
Have you heard that?
Oh, more.
Bullseye.
That's a bullseye.
Our ranged backup is down.
Someone with a flamethrower count as ranged backup.
Forward.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, he can hit you at range, I guess.
Yeah, but like, it's pretty close. It's not like they make it sound like a sniper.
I won't let you win, traitor.
I guess, yeah, if the other people are wielding staff, I guess it's long ranged in comparison. You sure you're a Jedi? Yeah.
Hi, dear.
I'm firing. Confirmed. You can't escape us.
No.
I like how that one door just opens 2 astromechs. They were trying to torture you.
Shoot him.
They went too far!
Kill him. Smash him.
Did that guy just throw a grenade into the hole?
Yep.
Anyway, would you smooch a droid? It depends if they consent.
Not the droid! I don't want to pull the droid to the fucking lava!
Depends if they consent or not.
I'll drop you.
If they want to, yes. If not, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Just get him.
Which droids do you
Better
think
end this fast.
would be willing to get a smooch versus which ones
Every
would?
single astromech. I think BD.
Even Goldie?
He's taking a nap. He's taking a nap.
Yeah.
He's taking a fucking nap.
Yeah, if you were to sleep, you know, sit down and meditate for a tiny bit, you see him get up. The droid did consent the droid. I mean, I guess it depends. Does it want, like...
He's alive. He's just sleeping. He's alive. He's just sleeping.
Well, he's repairable, at least. The last time you cut him in half, that was not repairable. This one just needs a few wires tweaked and he'll be fine.
Yeah. Variety of astromech droids, also known as astrodroids, are utilized by the Galactic Empire to complement their vessels. Providing routine maintenance mechanics, they serve a variety of repair duties as well as advanced navigational operations, strategic logistics, and data computation.
But, you know, I definitely would not tongue kiss a droid.
Hey! Hey, where the fuck is my gate?
I think somebody got rid of it. Maybe it was one of the astromechs.
Oh, wait.
I think they might have actually gotten rid of it.
Come get me, bitch.
Yeah, like they can. I think it's the astromech on the right that's doing that. Is it?
Your odds of surviving are low.
No, because they have to control it from up there.
Yeah, they don't have the control from the room. Even though we're back in this game. There's so many of them. Oh my god, that was an intro. I've seen that animation. He was like sliding almost.
I got him. You won't defeat us. Gotta reload. Can't stand against us. Ours will aid me.
Ooh, dodged him.
Oh, wait. I did the whole one.
Baby girl, eat an egg.
I will not fail. You cannot win.
I cannot win. Well, what about you? You cannot win.
I'm feeling weak, Beatty. I owe you one.
Meditate.
You know what'd be really funny?
They all respawn. No, I don't think they do. But the droid might wake up from his nap.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, somebody moved him, I guess.
Whoops.
They were like, you know, we should probably get out of
The
here.
locked door for you.
I don't blame them.
Jedi, he's in the interrogation wing. This won't be worth
Prison
my
buff.
time.
Oh my god, that... You actually pulled him quite far.
How's it feel?
The bleed.
Let's you come back to that.
Pretty good, actually. That's not a good comeback. Electrohammer Purge Trooper. Slow heavy weapon presents opportunities for preemptive strikes. Opportunity for counterattack during heavy attack recovery.
It's a
Nice
new,
job.
new purge trooper try if you had yet to see that. Say it again, BD. Boop.
Target. All right.
This is a very good security system, I think. It's a very, very effective security system.
Who's next?
Who wants to eat the poo-poo? Keep your distance. I don't think keeping your distance has worked very well.
Is he gonna kill us all?
Yes. And you're next.
Literally all of them did the exact same thing that got them killed. Like, you think after the first 6 people got, you know, their shot deflected, they would have learned. But they still
Blasted
aren't.
them.
Cal, I'm near your position, but sealed behind a blast door. Look for a console nearby.
Console nearby.
So there's nobody in these damn prisons.
I'm not-
Found it.
They knew we were coming, so they moved it maybe. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Damn,
That
girl.
was impressive. How you holding up?
Don't worry about me. We have a job to do. Still, it feels good to tear this place apart. This prison is where they kept us. I only wish there was someone left to save.
I'm sorry we had to come back here.
So am I. We didn't really have a choice, did we?
I understand. Let's keep moving.
Yes. Let's get this over with.
Any sign of Trilla?
No, not yet. The Holocron is being kept in the interrogation chamber. It's the most secure place in this entire fortress. I'm opening the path to the Holocron. Get to the Holocron. I'll divert reinforcements and join you as soon as I can.
Okay. Very important.
Let me see.
Laser gates.
Inquisitorious laser cell gates are a vital component to the sophisticated fortress security apparatus. These impervious barriers were constructed for strict confinement of detainees at all levels of the stronghold. After several failed attempts and one successful escape, advanced modifications were made to the system for the Grand Inquisitor's command.
One successful escape.
I
wonder who that
was.
Yeah.
Looks like a turbo lift. Might be your ticket out of here.
Like how you pulled my leg rest closer and then just immediately sat in a different position where you don't use it.
I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah, yeah. What if it ends up on a cord now?
And?
Then when the cord could explode and we'd all die.
Yippee!
Getting close. BD1. Thanks for being my friend. Never seen anything like this.
Security systems. The security systems within the fortress are a complex network controlling bridges, wings, and gates and portals. By employing a multi-tier fail-safe structure, the Empire controls every corner of the facility, providing immediate response to any breach. If necessary, the entire fortress may be purposefully compromised or flooded to prevent the escape of prisoners.
Advanced, even for the Empire.
He did the Wesker thing.
Oh my god, is he the son of Albert?
You have to ask BD how he's doing before you go in.
His real name, Cal is short for Calbert.
You gotta ask BD how he's doing before you go in to make sure he's ready.
Buddy. It's going to all work out.
A little nervous. He cares about you.
Broke them.
Interrogation chamber. The central interrogation chamber of the fortress is a torture room where captured Jedi and Force users undergo a menacing procedure to transform them into Inquisitors. Under direct orders of Emperor Palpatine, this facility was specifically designed to psychologically and physically drain a prisoner's will, forcing them to yeah, I'm not fucking saying that word. Acquiesce to the evil indoctrination of the Inquisitorius. This is where Jedi die and Inquisitors are born.
Beat them down and turn them to the dark side. Hang in there. Yeah, we'll handle it together. Hi, BD. Hang in there. Yeah, we'll handle it together.
I love BD so much, man. It's fucking insane. He's a little baby.
Yeah, if there's any reason to play this game, it's just for BD. That's the biggest reason. Beep beep, beep boop, beep beep. Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. Nice.
Nice.
I need BD1 to know that he's loved.
Of course.
Can you slice this open?
If anything fucky happens to BD, I'm gonna start weeping.
Interrogation. These are also recorded.
I'm already got a new lightsaber. Let's go.
Probably just have a bunch of them lying around. Okay. Time to take on Trilla.
Such poor aim.
Whoa.
Shut the... The only thing I'm reeling in is your mom.
Oh! I was using a pickup line. I reeled her in.
Get back here.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Ooh.
Hi. Bye-bye.
Trilla, I saw what you've been through. You've experienced great suffering. It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive!
Enough with the infant on your back, like, damn, no, he's our guard. He guards the backside. Make sure we're not getting snuck up on. Don't worry, he's a good fighter.
Bye-bye. Oh, fuck.
As I have.
Oh. That was not fun.
You can't escape.
You're just jealous of my swagger.
Yeah. I have a cooler lightsaber color than you.
Cal!
I have the Holocron.
I need to do this. It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is eating you up inside, and every day we choose to either feed it or fight it.
It's too late, sir.
No, it's not. I know the choices that I made took all your choices away, and I have failed you, Trilla. I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
I've carried so much hate for you.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers! Run! No!
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
He just flung her like a piece of cardboard.
Oh, so the gamers won't complain about her anticlimactic death? Or she died. Oh, Joel died so unsaviorly. Seer got fucking flung into lava. That was a 3-second death. She's gone. What the fuck? And now we got Mr. Boops. Mr. here to fucking destroy us. Jesus Christ, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now the guy with the fucking asthma disorder is gonna fucking try to.
Yes, you ready to fight Vader?
No.
Good luck!
You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to fight him. I changed my mind. I don't know if I want to fight him.
Feeble.
Oh, aim. Well, I tried.
He doesn't care. I also love how he... Oh my god!
We gotta run!
Alright.
I love how he doesn't have a health bar like every other...
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck's when am I gonna get the Vader health bar?
Yeah, he doesn't get a health bar.
Yeah,
That's how strong he is.
Let's go.
they put a health bar on him, he's just fucking like endless.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Bye-bye. Where am I? Where the fuck am I going? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the first time I've died.
Yeah. Well, it's still the same as falling off a ledge, essentially. Baby girl, don't get a health bar, you're so sexy, haha.
The first time I saw the respawn screen was when it was like, I got sold to the Hexian Brood. I actually almost wonder, like, is it physically possible to win that fight?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think after you damage him a certain amount, they just stun you. Oh.
Edie.
Let's get out of here.
You just see him eat those stormtroopers for no...
Come on. Edie, stay back.
Vader, I'm sorry to bother you.
Ah, that's who the last Empire enemy was. I was wondering who the fuck could have been that last dot. If you survive an encounter with the most powerful Sith in the galaxy, escape is the only chance of survival. Ah.
Uh-huh.
Scary.
Yeah.
I love, again, no fucking health bar. No shot that you're gonna get a damn hit on this man anyway to find out how much health he has.
Yeah.
He's like the Blissey of the Star Wars universe.
Except he also has the attack power of, like,
I think we lost him.
Tyranitar.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
make it. Seer, I won't fail you.
Kid, you read me? They're not responding.
They will. I am certain of it.
Breeze, I'm here. Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron. But Seer, she didn't make it, Breeze.
No!
Get out of there, Cal.
Keep moving now. I'm fine.
Come on, Edie! Yes! Yes! No, 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 no! Ah!
No! Get away from our BD!
You fucking hurt BD, I'm actually gonna quickly die.
Surrender the Holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
No!
Let's go!
I won't let you take those children.
It was insane how tall this man is. Like, fucking look at his height. Like, compared to
Such
Seer,
hatred.
especially, like...
You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that. No! No!
Yes. Strong with the dark side.
Seer!
I can feel it inside of her.
Seer! Seer! Hey, listen to me! You still have a choice.
also love that Vader was forced to do what Obi-Wan had to do in the show, where he has to hold back the water with the Force.
Oh yeah. They did a really good job of making him intimidating in
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Hey. Hey, kid. Cal.
See her.
She's all right. She's all right.
You too.
You did it.
We did it. We did.
Careful.
Where are they?
Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Aw.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him. Just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force. So where to now?
Yeah, honestly, good ending. I think it kind of does talk. I do like how they kind of address the whole, like, would it actually have been a smart idea to...
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I think most pieces of Star Wars media would just been like, yeah, there's the Jedi, we're done.
We have the Jedi, at least rebuild the Order, no consequences here.
Yeah.
And this media kind of discusses, you know, like, considering the...
Yeah.
Everything, you know, if, like, they were to seek these kids out as, you know, Force, because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm pretty sure if you don't ever know that you're in touch with the Force, you're not really going to come across it that much.
Yeah.
And if you do it, you know, obviously you're going to put yourself in danger anyway, but
yeah,
they don't want to bring unnecessary genocide to the Jedi even further.
Yeah.
Especially considering these are, like, children.
Yeah. It could only get, you know...
It can only make these lives harder for these kids.
Yeah. And, yeah, no, I think it's cool that they actually address that.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think this is probably the Star Wars media with the most, like, gray take I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually Star Wars media is like, good versus bad, yippee!
Yeah, that Clone Wars.
Sith!
This and Clone Wars are the only ones that have actually, I think, really gone in depth with
the morality of...
Yeah. And I mean, not to say that Clone Wars, you know, the Clone Wars, I think at some points does still play it a bit safer.
Well, yeah, but it's also a kid's show, and you really can only go so far with the kid's show.
Yeah.
But I think considering this game is, you know, I think it has more freedom to kind of take it because it doesn't have to play it safe. It's, you know.
Yeah.
Like, the show had to play it safe because it had to rely on everything still staying on air.
I think, it was...
But don't get me wrong, it definitely played it way less safe than like, a lot of the other media.
It was still... Clone Wars is much more traditional Star Wars, I think, than this is.
Oh, yeah.
But
this is genuinely, like, the most compelling Star Wars media to me.
Well, yeah, I think the Clone Wars is like pure Star Wars at its best, while this is like what can be done with the universe at its best, with its characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the Clone Wars encompasses a lot more than this show does.
The Clone Wars talks a lot about, like, I think the more surface themes of, like, the Star Wars, where it's, like, you know, giving us, like, already the pre-established characters.
But yeah, it gives us fun, quippy bits in it. You know.
It's got the cheesy spirit of Star Wars. That's the fun of the Clone Wars. It has the cheesy spirit, but also, like,
it has these darker moments
where it does lean into what this game really goes, like, full throttle into.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely gave us, like these pieces that were very dark, like, yeah, especially the Umbara arc.
Yeah,
that was one of the fucking...
Yeah, the Umbara arc, there's the Mandalore arc, there's, you know, there's a lot, the whole Maul arc.
Oh, yeah.
All have these dark moments for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I think,
it mainly leaned into, like, the more, like,
well, and those
classic...
those were all, I mean, none of these characters are pre-established outside of Vader appearing for 2 seconds.
Yeah, all of these are, like...
And, like, stormtroopers exist. I mean,
like... the Empire is really the only thing that's been established here. Inquisitors were only, like, brief... You know, they were kind of covered in a...
They hired Jeremy Minor, the Minor? Jeez.
What the fuck?
Nah.
They even hired a bird?
But yeah, keep going.
Oh no! They hired a penis!
Okay, what were you saying about the story?
I really liked that it was a whole new cast of characters, because I think a lot of Star Wars media, I think, could get, like, okay, there was a little bit of fan service with Vader being there, but it also made a lot more sense, I think. Like,
there's definitely fan service, and you know, those little things where, you know, they get materials named after planets, or you get Tarful, or, you know, I mean, there's all sorts of little things.
That are, like, kind of, like, but I think a lot of Star Wars, especially recent media, really leans into,
but that's
like,
also
fan
not
service that
the
is...
focus. I mean, like, at least, yeah. Mandalorian is, frankly, the only of the shows that has done something with a new character. Not that it was a very
good...
particularly great job
and
with
even then, I think the most impressive part of the show was its fan service of bringing back an old character, which is unfortunate. But, like, this series, like, I don't think the fan service was the best part of the game. I think the best part of the game was what it actually established. Like, and I think that's, like, the difference is that, like, it doesn't have to rely on these callbacks in order to be a very good game.
Yeah.
Like, there are things that, like, if you were, like, obviously, like, you loom, like, you're only really gonna know, like, they're from, like, the fucking show.
Yeah, there's definitely,
like,
little things, but they
there's,
also...
like, that, like, Yaddle joke that if you're a really deep Star Wars fan, you'd be like, oh my god, it's Yaddle!
It can have fan service without it
overtaking it or being like the main event. The fan service was never like the star of the show.
Ilum, it serves a genuine purpose in the story.
And the only time really fan service was there just to be fan service was like for like the quips, essentially. Like the Yaddle quip was
there's nothing that's Numbara lightsaber hand material or whatever. Like, it's only little things that really, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And as long as it doesn't really like, I think that was kind of like my big like letdown with Mandalorian. Is the only reason I did care was when it had that like big one, like it had to kind of get carried for me because of its fan service. Like that was the thing that actually got me going. Like, oh, I want to hear about Luke's like school.
Yeah, more so than
Or like I want to see Mandalore because what if we see other people that we used to know? Like I don't give a shit about that character. But in this media, in the Fallen Order, I mean, I'm invested with the whole cast on its own. I don't need like a character I already know to show up for me to love the cast as it is,
And I think these characters have much more with the Clone Wars, a lot of the emotional stuff comes from sort of the horrors of war that are not really discussed in Star Wars, even though they're right there.
Oh, yeah.
While this, I think, more so...
It's interpersonal, I think.
Yeah, it's much more about the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Why the fuck are you slandering Frog MILF like this?
Okay, Frog MILF was good, but she only showed up for one episode of the 2-season show.
And she doesn't really get that much backstory.
But she's
just silly
But I hate that
looking.
she was somehow one of the best parts of the show, is that she shows up for one fucking episode, is like, I got frogs, I gotta go deliver them to my husband with me, because there aren't babies.
Mm.
And, like, that's really, like, one of the only episodes I could actually tell you by heart what the fuck it is, you know? Because then they get stuck in the cold cave, and there's spiders. She literally was... Yeah, it's just...
But
Yeah, it was unfortunate that like a side character like that shows up for one episode managed to be like the most interesting.
well, I
part of it.
think I think a lot of they kind of well, okay, we're getting off topic.
No, we can talk about it. You can say it before you.
But yeah, I was gonna say the Mandalorian very heavily relies on all the other characters to have the personality.
Because the Mandalorian himself is.
No,
like,
I mean
a
like the
very-
next person I think of is immediately is the ship repair lady on Tatooine.
Yeah, her. I even think of like that one dude who like, Quill or whatever, from very very early on, where he was like that old fucking gruffy guy, alien guy, where like you know like those like two-legged aliens that like the Mandalorian got to ride. He was the guy who owned those.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Finally, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who kept like referring to himself in the third person or whatever. He did some weird, trait like that. That was voiced by Taika Waititi.
He had
That's
a
right.
catchphrase. What the fuck was the catchphrase?
But yeah, so anyway, we can keep going back to Fallen Order now.
Okay. You think of the catchphrase, we're gonna talk about Fallen Order. So I really I was so worried that they were like about Seer like being a one-note character at first, because that's just how Star Wars tends to treat characters.
Yes, most characters are
Like I
very
said,
one note.
and I'm saying this as a big Star Wars fanatic.
No.
They treat their characters like ass.
Yeah,
in
a
terms
lot
of
of
how much they
characters-
give them.
Especially characters that are not the main characters get kind of sidelined.
Okay, I think I said. I think I know what you're talking about. Like something about that. I don't remember the exact line, but it was something around those lines.
I mean, even what Leia and Luke were not particularly.
I have spoken. There we
Leia and Luke are not particularly very
fleshed out.
Are not that in depth. I mean, even Obi-Wan isn't that in.
Hey, look, it's the clone trooper guy, D.
Oh, yeah,
Bradley
that's right.
Baker.
They did have Forrest Whitaker for Saw, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's like I played him in Rogue One, right?
Yeah. They had the.
And I'm guessing Scott. Yeah, no, the Darth Vader didn't sound like our guy, but there was a guy who actually just straight up voiced the droid. Let's go.
But
Imagine getting to voice the fucking droids. That sounds fucking awesome. But yeah, no, it's what was I gonna say? Honestly, the Vader voice sounded good, even if it wasn't like very obviously James Earl Jones.
Functioned.
It functioned really well. I think it's actually good that they're trying to find other voice actors.
They kind of have to.
They kind of have to. Poor
90.
James. And don't get me wrong, James Earl Jones is fucking amazing.
Yeah, but he's gonna die sooner or later.
I feel
so.
bad, which sucks. I love. Is it finally done? It
is, but yeah. So we were talking. Yeah, even like Obi-Wan in the original show is very one note, or in the original films is one note. Like
he's just the old man.
I mean, Anakin's really the only character
in the movies, like
that in 1 through 6 that actually
got
gets
any like
emotionally complexness to him, and they didn't pull it off the best.
Yeah, they did it, and so seeing this series actually, like this game actually like pull through and give characters a fleshed out backstory and personality that actually works.
Yeah.
Gotta clap it up for them for that, like that's
yeah.
impressive for Star Wars. And I don't know, I really truly enjoyed, like I don't think there like any of the main cast are forgettable to me. Not even Marion. She showed up in like the last third and I still really
she still gets like an arc that functions well. Like you can understand her struggle.
Oh yeah, and I think it helps knowing the backstory of the Night Sisters because of the Clone Wars, which again is probably I think the second best so far in terms of like.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's
covering.
It's not there as fan service. It's there as a way to
like
move the plot forward. Like it's actually
it moves the plot forward, and I think it also talks about like it also parallels I guess between like the stories, because it's like there are a lot of parallels in Fallen Order with like people's stories, and I think that's kind of what the game was going for with like covering people's different life, like it's all one and the same struggle essentially.
Yeah, it's affected everyone in different ways.
Oh yeah.
The Clone Wars was not just affecting the Jedi and the Sith.
It was
it affected everyone, and so does the Empire.
Mm-hmm. And it like it is interesting just seeing that like the last year like because Cal's struggle was being like one of the last Jedi that they was around that people knew of, and then with Night Sister Merrim, her struggle was essentially the same but translated to like the Night Sisters because her people were also heavily massacred. And then because it's funny because technically the Jedi And like people who like are Jedi, like there's General Grievous, I guess, like, you know, to a young kid you're gonna think he's a Jedi because he got fucking lightsabers.
Yeah.
And to the Jedi, they like, you know, it's like,
and on top of that, them being green and blue doesn't help.
doesn't help at all. And, you know, the Jedi are hunted down by Inquisitors who are essentially turned Jedi.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know, it like they're parallel between, like, you know, their people both were like targeted for who they were, and they're relating to having to like live with that. They're one of the last remaining ones that are at least, you know, known.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and finding like solidarity in that, I think that was, and then it also brought like, because having her there and
Jesus, those last names.
Those are very long.
I can't even. Benahali. Okay. Anyway.
Bolagia Fanahali.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
Anyway, but I was saying, like, and then her point being there is because he was so convinced, like, you know, because of Seer, he was like, you know, we gotta rebuild the order, and having her parallel, having gone through something very, very similar, for her to have a different perspective from from a very similar life background, saying, you know, but would it actually be helpful to, like, bring more of these people into the light, and, like, would it be would seeking out the Jedi actually be helpful? Like, maybe to her, she probably feels the same way, like, would see, like, obviously it's different with my sisters because that's more of like a race than like a random power you get, but I think it's kind of the same thing of like, I don't think, like, if considering the Night Sisters are being hunted down, I'm sure she wouldn't want to like hunt out other, like, scour the Dathomir for any potential leftover Night Sisters to see if anybody else survived the massacre, because, you know, fuck it, if they lived, like, that's like, you know, she's already surviving on her own, and I'm sure she would have enjoyed the company, but I think it's the same sort of thing where I think she wouldn't want to put her people in danger, so she doesn't understand why the Jedi would want to endanger their own kind either, you know?
Yeah, it's a high risk, high reward kind of scenario, but it is, you know, is the risk worth it?
Yeah, and in this case, I think it is open-ended, like, whether or not it would have been worth it.
No,
that's why
and I think
like,
that's smart, yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thoughts to have about Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Ralph!
What else you got?
I do like the Prouf callback. That was pretty funny. I like that. I like hearing about him. Like, an old friend said him, and we're like, oh!
Yeah.
Prouf! You're talking about Prouf from the first episode?
Yeah, no, and I think it's very good how, all of the characters do give... I mean, even... I think we've sort of slept on... Second Sister.
Oh my god, Second Sister, like...
That's something, it's worth mentioning.
Dude, holy shit, Second Sister.
Yeah, I mean, like, she works, like, excellently. I mean, I think she's one of the most compelling villains we've had in Star Wars.
I'm sorry, I've noticed this. I do like how for the voice talents, all of them are arranged by first name letter order instead of like character appearance. Darth Sidious?
Maybe he just has like a couple lines or something in a piece of lore. I don't know. Maybe you hear him say "Execute Order 66" or something.
What? Huh.
I don't know. Oh, no, they're in the, so I don't know. But, yeah, he must just have a couple lines.
But, honestly, her thing was interesting. I think it also kind of, like, because it really digs into that, you know, like, a lot of the dark side tends to be, you know, holding on to Heishu, and I think that's why Anakin became the way he became Vader, I think, was a lot of, because, like, the whole point of Sith is that you have to hold on to, like, this negative feeling in order to become that, and I think in her mind, especially, being so young when she was turned to an Inquisitor, you know, like, her thoughts were that she was betrayed and abandoned, like, you know, she didn't, when you're younger and you get turned over and tortured immensely, you're not thinking, oh, well, maybe she had a reason. You're like, what the hell, man? You know, like...
Well, yeah, especially it sounds like, she didn't agree with the plan to begin with.
Oh, yeah, no, she thought if they would have just hidden, it would have been okay, but...
Yeah, and so it's...
And I think that also played into why they decided not to seek out the Jedi, because if they were to get captured, they'd have to go through exactly what she did, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody would become an Inquisitor, and that's, you know...
Yeah.
That involves a lot of mental torture and breaking down, and
But what I really love so much about her character, is right at the end when it seems like she may actually change. Mm-hmm. She's immediately killed.
Oh yeah. And it's like it's very bleak almost. Like
it's very it shows really what the Empire is. And I get that. Yeah, this definitely doesn't put the Empire in a gray situation. They are very clearly
bad.
Yes.
But I think it's the individuals who are led astray by the Empire.
Yeah, are not bad, and most of the people are not inherently bad. I mean, I guess we really only get one person, but we don't,
Mm-hmm. But like, I think her story kind of ties into like probably what like just about every Inquisitor has gone through. Like at least like the ones who were converted, like the whole point of it being an Inquisitor. Like they mentioned becoming an Inquisitor involves a lot of like mental torture essentially, and they go into detail with that in other sources that have Inquisitors, but bring a little more in here than on the other ones. But it, like considering the second sister had like Trilla, she had to be like tortured in order to turn into an Inquisitor. It's like I doubt I doubt that she intentionally wanted to become evil. I think it was because she felt like that was the only way to.
Well, I think the Force is sort of portrayed in a way that the dark side sort of consumes you. Mm-hmm. So it's not quite about turning, it's more so being overcome with it.
Yeah, and I think that actually, not to bring up other media, but I think it also gets touched on in like Kenobi when we see Vader and he mentions, Anakin is no longer I'm what remains. Like the dark side had overcome him so much that who he used to be is no longer there, and I think that might be similar to what happens to the Inquisitors essentially, except in Trilla's case there was part of her left back there. It's not that you get rid of the person inside, because we also learned that in like the original trilogy. It's not that Anakin is gone, it's that he's been overshadowed by this Force so much that he can't seem to bring back his true self. The Force is stronger than people think, and the dark side is really just like what happens when you can't control it essentially.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting seeing like with the dark side, like what really was bringing Trilla back was like okay, Google
it, Rule 34. Oh yeah, I'm gonna, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yes.
What was I saying?
About the dark side and overcoming the dark side and
okay, so like with Trilla's case, like the way she was starting to peek out and really like reconsider was because when Seer came to her and Seer was like, I'm sorry, like it was my fault that you became this and my choice took away yours, like I guess hearing like closure to what had been her struggle, because I think we mentioned before, like with Jedi Inquisitors tend to want to manipulate people who are more vulnerable essentially. Like they're not gonna want somebody who is like super like tough and hard. They're just gonna be like, oh, you can't be manipulated to become an Inquisitor, be gone. They need people who are so vulnerable to fall to the dark side essentially. They need to be more able to be overcome essentially. Like you can't. It's hard to turn to the dark side if you're somebody like fucking like Yoda,
Yeah.
Like
you're gonna look it up. You're gonna Google and update us on our findings. Good. Okay. Good luck.
You don't have to send anything though.
People make World War II. At Rule 34, anything is there.
Thank you for your country.
Yes.
So what was I saying?
Trilla overcoming the dark side.
So I think it was interesting seeing what truly can help say because I think it's a theme that's kind of stayed around through like every single Sith, but I think they kind of did it like most interestingly here because it's the same with like Vader where because I think it's the closure to what makes you what hatred you kind of held on to, because they talk a lot about with the Sith, you hold on to not only you're overpowered but you're holding on to this hate, and that's what makes it hard to let go too, is because that's why the Jedi are so anal about whom you can't have emotions, because if you let your emotions overcome you, especially negative ones, it just getting closure to what you had held on to for so long is your hatred, I think is what can help you. And I think that's why it was so interesting to see that happen, to just see her like approach her, and instead of fighting her, just be like, I'm sorry for having this happen to you. Like, she didn't want to fight her. She was like,
Yeah.
no, this is my battle. I need to approach her about this. And it was interesting seeing, like, I don't think, and hearing Trilla talk about how she thought she hated Seer so much, and in all reality, it wasn't like as much of a hate as she thought. It was, you know, just, it was a lot of anger. Don't get me wrong. I'd be fucking pissed too. I mean, it's a very like, obviously she's like, you understand where her emotions are coming from and why she turned to become an Inquisitor, because, you know, again, like we mentioned before, in her mind, that's, you know, that she felt abandoned because of it and betrayed, and because of her master's bad idea, she had to go through significant amounts of torture to become who she was. And I don't know, I just have thoughts on it, I guess. Like, just kind of like seeing like how she truly wasn't as hateful as she's like the, you know, like, and it makes me wonder about the other Inquisitors. Like,
we don't know,
and we don't know, but it honestly isn't really. It just opens.
Well, we do know about the fourth sister because of the Kenobi show.
Yeah. I thought she was the third sister.
I don't remember.
She's the third
There's
sister.
just their numbers.
You keep bringing up the fourth one. I don't know where you're getting fourth sister, but third sister's from the show, and she.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember you said you thought fourth sister was the one from this game.
Yeah, maybe I just want the fourth sister. Okay.
You're the fourth sister.
Damn, rude. No.
Anyway, so the third sister, we get her story is that she also turned to become an Inquisitor because of.
Yeah.
Why'd you press continue?
Because I wanted to show you something, and I wanted to show you what. Before we wrap it up, you can keep talking.
Well, with the third sister from Kenobi, she turned to the dark side because her people were like, you know, she and all the other. Fortress is not replayable, but keep exploring. Additional lightsaber parts are now available and can be selected at any workbench.
Meditation training unlocked. Don't know what actually unlocks. Maybe it's right at the end.
I think it was protection and defense, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's a weird. Actually, kind of fits the saber. Honestly, there's some banger colors.
Yeah, no, there's some cool ones in there. Okay, well, you keep talking. I'm gonna have you close your eyes, and I'm gonna set up something.
Can I try the meditation training first?
That's what I'm gonna set up for you.
Oh.
Okay.
But no, hearing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hearing her story. What are you doing?
I'm also
that
gonna.
sounds like the lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm gonna customize your character to prepare you.
Okay. It better look banger.
I'm gonna do my best.
If I don't agree with it, I'm ending your stream. Anyway, with the third sister, the reason she became an Inquisitor was because she had survived Order 66 as a youngling, and in her mind, she had a lot of anger specifically toward Kenobi because, you know, I mean, as a kid, you don't exactly know, she was slaughtered by, this guy's Padawan and didn't really exactly have anybody to save her because, she was a kid in Order 66, and, like, what helped her kind of consider, and she was never truly on Vader's side, but like, what really convinced her to kind of maybe go against what the Inquisitors had taught her to do was Obi-Wan saying, he apologized for, like, what had happened to her, like, it was how it wasn't right for, like, the younglings to have gone through that and have, like, and how, Obi-Wan clearly had a lot of regrets about Anakin, but see, I think it's just an interesting theme with both the second and the third sister about how they, like, how a lot of it is, like, with being an Inquisitor, like, in both of their cases, it ties into, like, this unresolved, like, trauma, essentially, whether they'd gone through, and they, being an Inquisitor, when they mentally, like, torture you, they kind of make you hold on to that specific thing, and, like, with those two, they had, like, people to have grudges against. For Trilla, it was Seer, and for the third sister, God, I can't remember her name, but, for her, it was Obi-Wan, specifically, because, again, he was Vader's master,
Yeah.
so, it was, I don't know, I just think that parallel is kind of interesting too, about how in both cases the Inquisitor was really only, like, been overpowered by the dark side because of these grudges that they had held. For very reasonable reasons, might I add. Like, they were very reasonable grudges to hold, but then once they had truly gotten closure, it was enough to have them let go of these emotions, which is, you know, something that and I don't agree with the Jedi, obviously, because, you know, they were very kind of anal about everything. Like, you can't have any emotions. They were a little too intense about it, but, like, I think learning to healthily process your emotions, I think, is what really helps you overcome, I guess, the dark side, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be a metaphor for whatever the fuck you want. I think it kind of also brings up, like, you know, the morality of, like, Jedi stuff, I guess, where it's like they also weren't really letting you process your emotions healthily, and I think that's really truly how you get to be one with the Force, is if you learn to control your emotions in a healthy way. With the Jedi, it was just pretend they're not there, or just suppress them, which isn't a healthy way to do it, and that's how we got people like Anakin, you know?
Yeah.
Where he had to suppress it, and he felt like he had to suppress it so bad that when he really needed help, he couldn't reach out, and it, in the end, fucked him over, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And it led him to be manipulated, you know? Because he had to hide so much from the Jedi Order. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Are you still customizing the lightsaber?
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I don't know, I think the Fallen Order really just, again, I think makes me really reconsider, like, what truly is the most helpful way to access the Force, and I don't think it's not suppressing your emotions like the Jedi Order once believed, but I think it's acknowledging there and then, like, actually, like, giving yourself, like, even if you never truly get closure, like, letting yourself, like, heal from it, essentially, like, letting yourself be, like, the better version of yourself, and that's really truly what the power of the Force lies in, because the Force, you know, metaphor all around us, and I think, you know, because it has such a tie to your mentality.
Okay, you are ready to go. Just hit start. Oh, shit. There you go.
What on earth?
Okay, good luck!
What the fuck have you done to me?
They're not trained you.
Too slow for me.
You're too slow for him, sorry.
Can I have my fucking...
So yeah, I would imagine you'd find a lot of merit on Rule 34. I'm not surprised there's Yoda stuff here. I mean, there's just anything. That's just porn in the internet for you.
Dude, I'm getting fucking... You put way too many goddamn people in here.
Help me! Here!
I can do an easier one if you would like. After
That was
this.
nothing.
I'm getting ganged up on by 4 people, Zach.
People you mean for Sith?
What, are they not people?
One of them's not like a human.
Now! Here, buddy!
Tackle! Here, I'll do it. Close your eyes again. I'll do one.
Why
more.
can't I do it?
I'll make you do one after this. Yeah, I'll give you one that you can actually hopefully beat.
Maybe I put every single boss in the game in the damn field.
Yeah, you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think that covers, like, the main parts and, like, at least my take on the Force. I don't know if you agreed with it because you were too busy with the meditation training.
I
guess, like, kind of the take about, like, how, like, you really should control the Force is kind of neither what the Sith nor the Jedi believed, I guess, and how it's not about suppressing your feelings or holding on to, or, like, letting your emotions control you, but more, like, helpfully addressing your feelings and not really, like, you know, like, letting yourself move, like, letting yourself heal, essentially. Like, you can acknowledge your feelings without letting them control you, essentially. And I think it's kind of like a metaphor for something mental health, yada yada.